Bick on the drink. Addendum. Super Tuesday. Super Tuesday wrap-up edition. Fresh off the presses. For all of you. We've got a lot to talk about. Bad news for Bernie Sanders. Good news for America? Absolutely. Because you know what? Finally, the Bernie mania has come to an end. There is no more. Oh no, no. This is done. Enough. Enough of the Bernie revolution. We all knew it was not going to happen. We all knew that no one in America is going to vote for an avowed communist. It's not going to happen. America doesn't want socialism. We all knew that. And yet the Democrat Party kept pushing for socialism. And I have no idea why. But all that's going to do is get Trump reelected, keeping America great. All of the loony left, the feminists, the trans such, the trans such and such. I don't know what they're called anymore because there's so many pronouns that I can't get used to it. He and she and they. I can't even use pronouns anymore. The Democrat Party were saying, well, people will vote for a socialist. Look, we are voting for him. Look at the primaries. We're voting for him in Iowa, in New Hampshire. Well, look what the fuck happened to you. They didn't vote for him, did they? They didn't. They didn't want to transform the American economy into a fucking socialist into a socialist union, aka the USSR. We're not trying to become a communist country that already failed. Thank you, Bernie Sanders. And why would they? The Soviet Union murdered more people than Hitler. Not only with negligence and incompetence, but with intentional murders in the Holodomor. You think wide-eyed, innocent Bernie Sanders with his bullshit wasn't going to do the same thing? Once the money for his Medicare for all runs out, who's the first to go? Babies, old people, cancer patients, retards. You kill those people first. The people who are not functional taxpayers for society. And that's the truth. And that's what the Democratic voters knew. And that's why they did not vote for Bernie Sanders. We are not trying to start another Soviet-style genocide in this country. Let's look at what Bernie wanted to do. In his fairy tale dream. Let's see. We got free healthcare for everybody. Free healthcare for the fattest country in the world. Smokers, drinkers, diabetes. No one's looking out for their own health in America. Now they want the people who actually work for themselves to pay taxes to look out for the people who are not looking out for themselves. They want to do that. You think people are going to vote for that? To vote for Bernie and say, "Oh yeah, take thousands of dollars out of my paycheck, so some fucking asshole can go to the doctor who refused to take care of himself." Yeah, that's a winning strategy. Good job, Democratic Party. Where's my goddamn lighter? I can't fucking even deal with these fucking people. Yeah, and that's the truth, and that's what the Democratic voters all know. The Democrat Party knows that they're basically a party of gimmies. They don't want to fucking pay their fair share. They want the so-called rich to pay for everything that they need. And I got news. I got news for you, Bernie Sanders supporters. Let's take away all the rich people's money. Let's take away all of it, and let's distribute it to the poor. Let's just get rid of all of it. That's going to pay for all of your stupid social programs for maybe a year. Then you're fucked. Then what are you going to do? What are you going to collectively start up your stupid grocery stores? No, you're not. You're fucked. Socialism doesn't work. And that's why Bernie lost. That's why this crackpot lost. I swear to Christ. Everybody knew this. Everybody knew this. And yet, people were still looking out for Bernie, still voting for this communist, this so-called revolutionary. What else did he want to do? Free college for everybody. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Fucking part of Bernie's what was it? 90 million trillion dollar plan. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds great, doesn't it? But think about it for just a second. Think about it for just a second. Who's gonna pay for that shit, Snurdly? Who's gonna pay for that? Yeah, the billionaire's money is not gonna go that far, Snurdly. And what are millennials gonna do at college for? What are they gonna do? What do you think they're gonna do, Snurdly? Yeah, they're gonna do feminist studies. Now, how is that gonna make money? How's that gonna contribute to the economy to do feminist studies? I'm asking you a question, Snurdly. It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Attacking men in books at college for doing jobs that are making the money that allow them to pay the taxes that let these fucking women go to these classes that are paid for by these taxes in the first place. Why should the average American have to pay for some fucking millennial idiot arts degree student so he can fucking learn about Picasso and then fucking paint a painting that is going to get hung up on his parents' wall and then eventually get thrown out when they move? Why the fuck would anybody want to do that? I know I don't. Now we got an ad read on this. Now, do you need a gun to protect yourself and your family and maybe kill a shitload of people at one time? Maybe look at the M&P 15 by Smith and Wesson, the best AR-15 quote unquote hunting rifle that exists. If anybody breaks in your house and tries to run away, you can hunt that motherfucker in the back until he drops and breaks your TV, but at least he will not be watching it. Use offer code Joe Biden. 15% off your first order of 1,000 rounds. What else did what else did Bernie do? What else did he want to do? Tax the rich? Tax the Wall Street speculators? Yeah, great idea. Let's tax the people who are driving employment and driving investment into the economy. That's gonna fucking work real well, isn't it? What do you think, Snurdly? No, it's not gonna work. Because unless Wall Street people are making a lot of money by speculating, then nobody else gets to make any money. And that's just a fact of the economy. So have fun with your $15 minimum wage fantasy with your fucking stupid protests after Mini Mike turns every McDonald's into a robot food store because these entitled millennials aren't willing to fucking work a job. You're fucking yourselves with your fucking socialist Bernie shit. And let's look at what Bernie supported throughout the years. Communist regimes. Nicaragua, Chile, Venezuela. All countries overthrown by the CIA and made better. North Korea, China, Soviet Union, all evil. Bernie Sanders wants to socialize certain things. Socializing, socialist. I think we can draw our own conclusions on what that means. If you don't agree with Bernie, you're about to be lined up in the death squad. And I think we all know that. And that's why he wasn't voted for. You fucking dipshits. And we have to end on Home Improvement Season 9. That's our ad raid. It's forced ad raid. And Tim the Toolman Taylor found a Bernie Sanders pamphlet in Jonathan Taylor Thomas's room. And he took his belt sander. He laid that pamphlet across his back. He took that belt sander and then he fucking laid into his back with that belt sander until that pamphlet was gone and until that part of his back was no more. They bandaged it up. They fucking lied to the school. They said it was a baseball accident that he lost 90% of his skin off across a small area of his back. But you know what? Jonathan Taylor Thomas learned a lesson about capitalism that day. And that's the important thing. And that's big on the drink. Good luck, Joe Biden. Hope you do well against your whatever. You're the same thing. Hope you do well, Joe Bud. Kudos. End of podcast.